Hello, this is Legend TV. The player we're introducing today is the all-time top scorer for the World Cup and the German national team. He was the ultimate beneficiary of Pelé's curse, but was ironically excluded from Pelé's top 100 retired strikers list. The striker who netted 16 goals in 4 World Cups. He won 7 major titles, including the Bundesliga's top scorer and top assist awards in 2006. Miroslav Klose. Klose was born on June 9, 1978 in Opole, Poland, not Germany. His father played football in Poland and France and was skilled enough to have earned caps for the Polish national team. His mother was a handball player who played 150 games for the Polish national team and was a star, named Player of the Year twice. Klose's speed, agility, and exceptional jumping ability were undoubtedly inherited from his athlete parents. When Klose was born, Poland was suffering from severe economic hardship, and the democracy movement was suppressed by the communist regime. Klose's parents chose to move to France in 1981, and in 1987 they settled in Kusel, near Kaiserslautern, Germany, to start a new life. Klose, who barely spoke German, couldn't make friends due to his introverted personality, and football was his only outlet. Football allowed him to socialize with classmates, regardless of language, and it was the only way Klose, with his superior skills, could gain attention in school. He then started playing football seriously at a small 7th-tier German club, Blaubuch Diedelkopf. However, Klose's introverted personality was not an easily corrected character flaw. Despite his basic talent, he was passive in showing his ability and was often overlooked by coaches and teammates. Because of this, his mother, Barbara, wanted Klose to get a stable job like others instead of becoming a professional footballer. Unlike his father, who fully supported his potential, his mother, who knew the hardships of an athletic career, sent Klose to vocational school, making football a secondary activity as he studied to become a certified carpenter. Working as a carpenter by day and training at the football pitch by night was the young Klose's daily routine. In 1998, Klose signed with 5th-tier Hamburg, but was considered too old to be scouted as a professional player. Hamburg also had many players more talented than Klose, which limited his playing opportunities. However, deeply committed to his belief in becoming a footballer, he consistently rested less and worked harder than others. Finally, in 1999, he joined the region's biggest and most prestigious Bundesliga club, First FC Kaiserslautern. Of course, Klose's contract was only with Kaiserslautern's amateur team, playing in the 3rd division. However, his jumping ability, heading skills, and solid fundamentals caught the manager's eye, and on April 15, 2000, he made his long-awaited Bundesliga debut as a 75th-minute substitute against Eintracht Frankfurt. Klose quickly established himself as Kaiserslautern's starting striker, ascending rapidly. In the 2000-2001 season, he scored 9 goals in 29 matches, drawing public attention, and was subsequently called up to the German national team, which was desperately searching for a top striker. As national team prospects grew in January 2001, the Polish national team manager, Jerzy Ingel, visited Klose to offer him a spot on the Polish team. However, Klose, committed to his goal of playing for Germany, declined the Polish offer. Answering the call of then-German manager Rudi Völler, Klose made his national team debut against Albania on March 24, 2001, fulfilling his dream. In that match, Klose scored the team's 2nd goal and the match winner, marking a perfect debut. His upward trajectory continued unabated. In the 2002-2003 season, he scored 16 goals in 31 matches, establishing himself as a Bundesliga standout striker. It was around this time that he earned the nickname Messerschmitt, after the German Air Force fighter plane from World War II. Klose, receiving passes from excellent midfielders like Bosler and Konga, scored goals with his right foot, left foot, and head, announcing his complete adaptation to the league. And the most astonishing moment came at the 2002 Korea-Japan World Cup. Germany, lacking a clear top striker, started the tournament by assigning the forward role to Klose, who had only been with the national team for a year. Klose lived up to expectations, scoring his first international hat-trick, all headers against Saudi Arabia, and continued his scoring streak against Ireland and Cameroon, announcing the arrival of a new star. All 5 goals Klose scored were headers, a reward for the countless hours he dedicated to practicing his powerful leaps in heading as a child. Although he struggled to score in the knockouts due to aggressive man marking, Klose finished second in the scoring charts, and Germany achieved an unexpected runner-up result. Klose's outstanding World Cup performance drew interest from prestigious clubs like RS Roma and Man U. However, due to his deep affection for Kaiserslautern, he surprised fans by declaring his intention to stay with his hometown club. But Kaiserslautern's glory didn't last long. Despite Klose's loyalty, Kaiserslautern was in severe financial distress, unable to even secure the license fee to compete in the league. Kaiserslautern, which even suffered a points deduction due to their unhealthy finances, was forced to sacrifice their biggest asset, Klose, for funds. Ultimately, he left his hometown generating $6 million, approximately 8 billion won, and joined Werder Bremen. At the time, Klose was in somewhat of a slump. He had underperformed in his final 2 seasons at Kaiserslautern, scoring only 13 goals in 58 matches, and failed to impress at Euro 2004, watching the team crash out early. Klose also carried the heavy burden of replacing Ailton, the former Bundesliga top scorer who had departed for Schalke. In fact, Klose struggled with a severe scoring drought early at Bremen, and the media questioned the club's decision to take out a bank loan to sign him. Unlike Kaiserslautern, which relied on long passes, Bremen required a short passing game and fluid position rotation, a style that was unfamiliar to Klose, leading to his struggles. However, his slump didn't last long thanks to his consistently diligent attitude at Bremen. Unlike Kaiserslautern, Bremen had excellent passes in midfield, and Klose worked hard, moving broadly and diligently. Klose scored an incredible 25 goals in 26 games and added 16 assists, totaling 41 goal contributions. Having continued to develop even in his mid-20s, he was no longer just a striker good at heading. Klose used his speed and sudden agility to penetrate the opposing defense and cleverly maximized his advantage in physical duels, which were his weakness, through smart movement and position changes. In particular, Klose showed an unselfish willingness to do the dirty work for his teammates, earning high praise for his team contributions even when not scoring, marking another step in his development. His rating was overwhelmingly high, nearly 1 perfect score, and his 2.38 average rating was an unchallenged record until Frank Ribery broke it in 2013. The subsequent 2006 Germany World Cup provided Klose with yet another precious turning point in his career. In the tournament held in his hometown, he stepped onto the pitch as Germany's main striker, relentlessly scoring 5 goals, and earned the prestigious Golden Shoe Award for the top scorer. Notably, he was named match MVP against Sweden in the round of 16 for setting up Podolski's perfect goal opportunity, and his equalizer against Argentina in the quarterfinal silenced critics who claimed he was weak in the knockouts. It was perhaps inevitable that Klose, who continued his scoring streak for an entire year, was named Germany's Footballer of the Year in 2006. In 2007, when Bayern Munich failed to qualify for the Champions League and began an angry spending spree, they followed the signing of Ribery by acquiring Klose for 15 million euros. Klose, forming the fantastic duo with Luca Toni, dominated the Bundesliga and brought the Meisterschale, the league trophy shield, to Bayern in an undefeated season. During this era, Frank Ribery, a hero of Bayern, would devastate the left flank alongside Philipp Lahm, sending in crosses that Klose and Toni eagerly finished. The combination of the unselfish genius Klose and Luca Toni
who had just won the Serie A top scorer award with 31 goals, struck fear across Europe.
In the 2008-2009 season, as Luca Toni's form dipped, Klose himself started to struggle, lacking the dependable partner he once had. Although he struggled with injuries, he still managed a reasonably good performance. However, in the following year, 2009, he suffered a major injury and entered a prolonged period of poor form. In the summer of 2009, German striker Mario Gomez joined Bayern, and under the new manager Louis van Gaal, Klose was relegated to the bench. He was simply not the type of player that Van Gaal, who favored younger talent, preferred. Ultimately, in the 2009-2010 season, he managed only 3 goals and 1 assist, failing to reach double-digit goals for the first time in 6 seasons. Despite this difficult period, he contributed significantly to the team by scoring 4 goals at the 2010 South Africa World Cup. In 2011, he moved to Lazio, starting his Italian career. He scored 13 goals in his debut season, followed by 15 goals in the 2012-2013 season, establishing himself as a top Serie A striker. Notably, in a May 2015 Serie A match on matchday 35, he scored an astonishing 5 goals, becoming the first player in 27 years since AS Roma legend Roberto Pruzzo to achieve this feat in a single Serie A game. Participating in the 2014 Brazil World Cup, he equaled Brazilian legend Ronaldo's all-time World Cup scoring record in the group stage match against Ghana. Coincidentally, he scored again in the semi-final against Brazil, breaking the tie and gaining the glory of becoming the all-time leading scorer in World Cup history. After defeating Argentina in extra time in the final, Klose announced his retirement from the national team. In the 2014-2015 season, Klose scored 13 Serie A goals, helping Lazio secure a Champions League qualification spot. Though he struggled through the first half of the 2015-2016 season, in his last competitive match in the latter half, he scored 1 goal and 3 assists, marking a brilliant farewell. Lazio fans celebrated his final match against Fiorentina by declaring it Klose Day. In November 2016, he officially announced his retirement, bringing his Cinderella-like career to a close. He stated in an interview that he could have played a few more years, but chose to retire to spend time with family. Although Klose is known for his headers, only 52 of the 304 goals he scored were headers. Beyond scoring, he was also an unselfish playmaker, recording 144 assists since his professional debut. He was not simply a national team-only striker, as many people thought. However, it's undeniable that he was uniquely effective for the national team. Ranked second in German A-match appearances behind Lothar Matthäus, he demonstrated extraordinary prowess, scoring 71 goals in 137 matches. He was truly a gentleman, consistent and devoted to those around him, maintaining a solid attitude without complaint even when benched, a role he likely wouldn't have had at other clubs, only offering light comments once a manager had left, showcasing his excellent character. On the field, he famously refused a penalty incorrectly awarded by the referee, stating, "I tripped over my own feet," and then scored a clean field goal moments later. While at Lazio, he also immediately admitted to a handball. Miroslav Klose, who was undefeated, 39 wins, 4 draws, in every national team match where he scored a goal. He was never heralded as a genius from childhood, but he's remembered by fans as the symbol of consistency and hard work. If you enjoyed this, please click subscribe and like.